welcome to another Fajardo Friday Life lesson. I am going to have a little conversation that might be triggering, it might be hurtful, people may feel put off about it, but the truth is, as a teacher, there are conversations that you dread, absolutely dread having with a student. And a lot of times it has to do with hygiene. And we're hitting a point in time in the year, I don't know when you're watching this, but currently we're in this in between winter and springtime. So we're still wearing warm clothing because it's really cold in the morning, but by the afternoon it's warmer, so we're getting hotter and we're sweating. That it's a difficult conversation to have. So what I do every year with my students is I have this Fajardo Friday Life lesson as a general, hey, we all sweat, here's some tips. So please take it for that and believe that I am trying my hardest to help people do well personally in life and do well professionally in life. Because, sweat happens. All right, sweat. How do we deal with that? Now, for those of you who are like, okay, obviously this is how you deal with it. You would think that this is something that can be dealt with very easily. It's not, especially in teenagers, because of hormonal changes that we're all going through during that time period. And it's more potent. You don't realize it because you're around yourself all the time. You can't tell your own scent, but it is far more potent. And especially on clothes, if you're re-wearing the same clothes a lot, and we do have students who have their favorite clothes that they like to wear, but if you're re-wearing clothes a lot, it stays in the clothing. Even if you wash the clothing, the odor can stay, especially in the armpit area. But so the people sweat a lot, and then we got to figure out how we can help people deal with that sweat. So the first thing I'm going to say is soap and water. And you're like, okay, well, soap and water. No, because it's not usually the first thing people go for, oddly enough, especially if you're at work or something, or at school. The first thing I see students go for, if they go for anything, is like perfume or cologne, maybe deodorant. And they're hoping that strong scent will cover it. Not for long, and not the way you think it's going to. Perfume and cologne and all that, it changes on contact with anything. Like perfume actually smells different on everybody because it mixes with like the sweat, the hormones, all that kind of stuff, and it creates a different scent. So I'm going to give you this example. Take a really dirty dish, and you've got crud all over it, okay, and it smells. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to spray some perfume on it and cologne on it, and it's going to smell just fine. It'll continue to smell fine for I don't know, hours and hours and hours. No, it won't. No, it won't. Because it already smells bad, and you're just mixing some more chemical into it, and now you're creating some other scent that very well possibly does not smell very good at all in the long run, and not even in the short run in some cases. But when you've got a dirty dish, the only thing that really gets rid of grime is soap and water. And the reason is because soap actually, it's like getting rid of that top layer of skin. It gets rid of that layer of grime, and then you have this like fresh canvas kind of thing. And then you can put the perfume and the deodorant, and that actually acts as like kind of like a sealant, if you will, in some ways. But you have to do soap and water first. Always use soap and water first, please. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is about deodorant. And people know about deodorant, obviously, and the antiperspirant, very important. But you also have to keep in mind area. So a lot of people, when they apply antiperspirant deodorant, is they will put it on the central area of the armpit. That works kind of. Keep in mind that your whole arm is still warm, right? So you want to expand that across more of the arm area than just the central armpit area. Deodorant is also very, very helpful in any area that you end up sweating. So a lot of people, they sweat at the base of their back, and I will see people working out, they'll put deodorant or they'll put powder or something like that. Your feet sweat a lot. I'll see people use deodorant or powder or something or antiperspirant to try and dry up that area or make it so that it's not sweating as much. I also see people put deodorant on their abdomen. So basically, anywhere where you sweat a lot, where you notice that you sweat a lot, that is possibly a good area to put some kind of antiperspirant. Now, about antiperspirant, one thing that I really, really like, if you've got a spray antiperspirant and you have the ability to put it somewhere cold, like an icebox or refrigerator, and then you spray it, it's amazing feeling. I mean, it's so cooling. It actually cools your body down, literally. So there you go. If you ever have that opportunity or you're in a situation where you need to find a way to cool your body down and you have these kinds of resources available to you, then do it. Why not? I notice a lot of people do that. I play softball, and when we go to tournaments, the ladies, they'll have their spray deodorant, and they'll throw it out, and in the heat, it's nice to have something cool. It's almost like a water air spray aerosol kind of thing, but deodorant instead. So it works really well. The next idea that I have, and you're probably going to be like, no, that doesn't, no way. Gum. Specifically, spearmint gum. And I want you to do a little experiment. Get a glass of ice water and drink it, and then get some spearmint gum and chew it for 2 to 5 minutes, and then drink the ice water again. I guarantee you that it is going to feel colder, lots and lots colder, and it's going to feel much better because whether it's true or not, or you're just tricking your body or your mind or whatever, but for some reason it has some kind of a reaction that's cooler in your mouth, and then when you swallow, it's cool, and then it helps cool your body off. I do that a lot in situations where maybe I'm hiking or traveling or going to the zoo, walking around a lot, working out, or after I'm working out, or just when I know I'm going to be in a hot kind of situation. I have some gum and I've got my little water bottle, and it's doing me a world of good to be able to just try to naturally cool my body down. The other way, last way, would be to find other kinds of things that help the body cool. So just keep this in mind. When you have a really bad fever or if you're overheated, medical people, what do when they try to cool a body down? They'll use ice packs around the neck, the back of the neck, on the wrists. They'll put ice packs under the armpits and in between your legs. These are all heat sensory areas, okay? And these are all areas that will help cool your body down. The same thing can be applied here. So if you're like in a situation where you feel like you're going to sweat a lot, there are kinds of things. They have like these little, I kind of equate it to like icy hot because they're like patches that help can cool your body. It's like this I'll just use icy hot. So icy hot, you can put icy hot on your skin and it heats but cools at the same time. And that's a way that you can help cool your body down using those specific heat areas. So anyway, just some ideas that maybe would help you. They've helped me to deal with situations where you can be sweating a lot and you're trying to minimize it, trying to get rid of it, or trying to avoid it. These are all things that you can do, and I hope they help you. Thanks for listening.